What's your name? Andre Haynes. Okay. Andre, do you play in any sports? Okay. Okay, son, the Lord would say to you this night, even as you are around and about the school, and even as you like to play and kid around, and even as those around you are drawn to you, it is no accident that they are drawn to you, because it is going to be that they are drawn to you because of the anointing. Right now, it's just because you're a fun little fella. And even those things that you've desired, even to play sports, son, I'm going to even give you that. I'm going to raise you up in those things. But, son, it's not going to be for your glory. It's not going to be to buy your mama a house. It's going to be to build my house, the kingdom of God. You are going to be an example in the sports arena. You are going to be that example that I'm calling for, to be a world changer.
My name is Andre Haynes, a.k.a. Renaissance, host of the Renaissance Report, and I'm a man of God. I'm a father, future husband, entrepreneur, investor, leap taker, motivator, creative, anything else God designed me to be. I know who I am at this point in my life, and I know what my purpose is, but it wasn't always like that. I come from very humble beginnings. I was born in the Ida B. Wells projects on the south side of Chicago, 551 East 36th Place, apartment 410 to be exact. My auntie stayed on the 5th floor, and my granny stayed on the 6th floor. Just ever since I can remember, just like since I was a little kid, my granny always used to tell me, because the floor that she stayed on in our building, we could see the Sox stadium, and whenever the Sox would hit a home run, we'd be watching the game, and we could just go look out the window, and we could see the fireworks, and she always tell me, that's gonna be you on the TV one day, making those fireworks go off like that. You're gonna have granny in a big house, you're gonna make $1 million. And ever since then, like, I just always felt like I was gonna be like a baseball player. And just that jump start from early, just, you know what I mean, 4 or 5 years old, my granny put it in my head just that I was gonna be great. Just even with us being from the project, she ain't like settled for nothing else. She just never really was just okay with her kids, just settling for mediocrity. And without her, I don't know if I would have felt like that initially, because before her, wasn't nobody telling me that, and after her, it was probably a while before anybody else was telling me that. So, you know what I mean, that kind of stuck with me, and when my grandma was telling me that, I probably went on and spent up until the time I was 16 to 17 years old playing baseball, trying to be a baseball star, because my grandma told me that and put that in my head. A major influence of my Auntie Pam as far as me wanting to try new things and me jumping into just like different things, such as like, man, I played the trumpet, man, I played baseball, I played, man, basketball, I played soccer, like you name it, like I was involved in it. And because my aunt like just had too much to bear as far as like the bills around the house, she couldn't afford a lot of that stuff. And my Auntie Pam like was a major contributor when it came to that type of stuff. Like when I joined the band, she bought me the trumpet. I remember from my 8th grade field trip, it didn't work out, but she tried her absolute best to get me sent to Washington, D.C. And it was just last minute because they had already booked the flights and everything. But man, she came up to the school with a check and everything. But the thing was, she found out about it too late before she can actually like get me on the plane and actually get me on the trip. And she was so heartbroken because she just felt like that trip was so necessary for a young black man, and just it was just like an experience that she really wanted me to have. And she was just like that like my whole life. Just like I say, ever since I could remember, she'd like, I'd be at my granny house and she'd like come and get me like, come on, we finna go here. I'm like, I don't wanna leave. She'd like, boy, ain't nothing down here in these damn projects. Like, it's so much more out here. Like, just like she'll take me out to eat and just so many different things and just show me so much different stuff. And just my want and my desire to just try new things and not be scared to like take leaps of faith really like was inspired by my Auntie Pam. And I love her so much for that, because when I was little, man, a lot of those experiences I probably wouldn't have had if it wasn't for her. So like that's major for me. That was like a super major key for me, my auntie just like introducing me to new experiences and just new things and just encouraging me to try it and not be scared, because you just never know what the result's gonna be. Just let a sample play for a minute, man. It was a 2-bedroom, me and my auntie. Sometime like one of my cousins would be there, like Carrie or Spell. We're gonna go over Spell crib and interview him and talk to him too. Like Spell was a big influence on my life. Like, because it wasn't really like a big male influence on my life. Like I say, my auntie worked a lot, you know what I'm saying, tried to do what she had to do to take care of things. And her son Spellman like kind of stepped in like as a real like big brother to me. and showed me a lot as far as from doing my homework the right way to how to use a fucking condom.
So Andre came and stayed with us. He moved in with us when he was about 6. And at the time, it was just me and my mom. We had some family issues. That's what brought him with us. At first, I was kind of against it. You know, me and my mom was staying together. It was quiet. We both was working. You know, I didn't know how I felt about, you know, a 6-year-old running through the house. So I just told her, hey, listen, you know, think about this. I guess she thought about it for one day, because the next day he was there. He was cool. He wasn't a bad kid. I didn't have a problem with him. It kind of thrust me into a role of being not just a cousin, but a big brother, a father figure. And I knew, you know, that he was in impressionable years where he was watching me, that he, you know, was watching what I do, what I say, how I conduct myself. So I knew I had to be a little bit better than I was. Over the years, you know, I put him in, signed him up every year for the baseball. We got close, went to his games, helped him out with his schoolwork, you know, fun times in the house. You know, he was a good kid. Over the years, he has, you know, went through his ups and downs just like everybody else. I was there to guide him, but allow him to be the man and person that he was. You have to find your way. You know, I went through ups and downs. He's seen me go through ups and downs, but he saw me handle things and get back on my feet and not just lay there. And I think that's what Andre has done over the years. I know he bounced around here and there trying to find his way. But you know what? He never stopped. And that's the one thing that I'm proud of him the most, that he kept going until he found his niche.
Yeah. Renaissance. Let my fucking know I'm regular just like you is, fam. Check.
When I came in the grips with Dre, you know what I'm saying? Cool cat, super cool cat. You know, wasn't on top like he needed to be, but definitely saw the potential. You know, but at the same time, you know, we all was in our struggles, and times was hard on everybody. You know, but you know, you need your haircut, just come get your haircut. You know, ain't nobody tripping on that. And I used to always try to stay positive in your ear and let you know that, you know, it get greater later. And it happened. In a nutshell, it happened. You know, everything I saw came true. I ain't no psychic, but I saw it in you, genuinely. You know, and it's good to see that, you know, because you don't get to see a lot of that. And I've been one of the privileged to actually see growth and major gain, you know, through my partners. So that's what's up.
I mean, I remember I moved in one place that my cousin told me to come to again. They was just trying to help me and look out for me because they know that I was fucked up. Man, this spot ended up motherfucking getting raided by the motherfucking police. I get a call one day like, man, don't come back to the crib. All your clothes and shoes gone. They throwing your shit out the window. Like, what? Like, I had no idea that I was living in a fucking drug house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these are the things that, and also behind that, as soon as that shit happened, I called Rita crying. Rita Lee. I called Rita Lee crying. Rita Lee said, meet me here in an hour. I swear to God, Rita Lee pull up on me in a drop-top Jag. I swear to God, no lie. She pull up on me in a drop-top Jag, nigga, with 2 garbage bags full of some of the freshest, rawest clothes of the time. Like jogging suits, jeans, boots. How she knew my size and all of this shit, I have absolutely no clue, but all of this shit fit me. I swear to fucking God. Like, right here in the God right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and these are the these are the like things that I've gone through and been through that then kind of showed me like, dude, like just because you're going through it don't mean that it's over. Like you down, but you ain't out. And I can preach this shit and I can say this shit 100 million times over, and I'm gonna keep saying it, man. Never count yourself out, because I've been down so many times and been counted out so many times, but like God always showed me a platform and give me a route to bounce back. And it just kind of like, dude, you just don't get it. You gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm looking around at everybody else to help me, looking around for everybody to do something for me. But at the end of the day, I didn't realize it was all me. It was all about me and the decisions I was making and the shit that I was doing in my life. And in addition to me, like, trying to, like I say, change my surroundings and just, like, create just, like, a better environment for myself, God started putting, like, positive people in my life. Like, for example, my senior year, like, because I'm rapping, I'm in my gym class rapping, I don't want to play basketball with these niggas or nothing. I'm just so into my music. I've been knowing D, you know what I'm saying, all 4 years of college, but we never kicked it or nothing. He came up to me like, bro, why you don't ever want to play? Like, I be trying to pick you and shit, why you want to play? I'm like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. Like, they like, what you listening to? I'm like, myself. And like, he like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I rap. So he like, let me hear that shit. So I gave it to him. He like, nigga, this shit cold. And from there, like, he invited me to his crib, you know what I'm saying, started playing music just for, like, everybody around the school, because, like, D was the man in school at the time. And me and him formed a real tight bond, and the first time I went over his house, I swear to God, the man had a closet full of college letters that was just remarkably stacked up, like, just to the point where it was touching the ceiling, and just he opened the closet and just letters fall out. He got shoe boxes full of letters. And I'm like, what's all this? He's just like, man, just like opportunities, you know, just like, because I'm blessed with a talent, football and baseball at the time, and God just giving me opportunities. But I'm saying at the crib, I'm going to Illinois, like I ain't leaving the crib, like I'm all about like the crib I'm representing. And he was like, man, bro, like you got these same opportunities, you got a talent, this, that, and the third, and just like really was like just speaking confidence into me. And like at the time, I ain't had nobody doing that, and that meant a lot.
Man, I remember we used to be in gym class, man. I used to always see Dre in the corner. Dre be in the corner with his headphones on, not talking to nobody. And I used to see him all the time. Like, this man got like 3-4 gym classes. You know what I'm saying? We used to always be like, the man skip school just to go to gym class, for real. It was pretty cool because, you know, to see where he come from is like, you know, he used to live in Broadview. He used to always, you know, come to the crib. My mom used to be like, man, you know, Dre always over to the crib, and we'd be in the room and just chopping it up. And, you know, we became tight ever since then, man. It went to college. You know, we used to come down to school. I was at U of I. He spent summers down there with us, you know, chilling in the crib, playing the game. You know, everywhere we went, as far as with the, you know, traveling for, you know, when I was in the NBA, as far as with traveling in college, and he was in high school, he was always around us. He was that, you know, he was known as the music guy, the guy that was, you know, he was the dopest artist where we was from, in my opinion, and he made a lot of music. And he used to say he motivated me. I mean, we motivated him, but he really motivated us. You know what I mean? We really was grinding. We know where he come from. You know what I mean? He come from a place where he always, you know, spend the night. He always had a book bag, always had his headphones. And he always had a dream of being this dope artist. Always had a dream of aspiring and making an impact. And seeing what he's doing now, man, he used to always talk about reading books, and he was just always the next level thinker. He always played chess, and I know I respected it. I still respect it to this day to see how he moved and see how he operate, because a lot of people don't really have the knowledge or have the, you know, it's about the present, but always thinking about the future. You know, how can he make an impact? How can he help others and be yourself doing it? You know, you don't got to be nothing that you ain't. You know, he was never nothing. He was never something he wasn't. Seeing him making the moves he making is very motivating, and like I said, inspired me, because I know I'm trying to make moves as well. And where we come from, it's all about getting better. It's all about helping other people. And I just love, you know, love the vibe, love what he got going on. And I would just tell people, I saw where he come from. Like, you come from nothing and you got something. You know what I mean? You're trying to give back because you want to see other people do the same thing. That's powerful, man. What you put into the earth, man, you get back. So love what he doing it the right way. And again, man, he's not just talking out of just like, man, he really been through it. You know what I mean? I remember man, some key stories, man. Motherfucker being homeless. You know what I mean? Motherfucker moving from, you know, house to house. Then he started getting his own cribs. Then he started thinking about, you know, just next stuff that these young dudes ain't even thinking about. You know what I mean? How my kids gonna eat? And when you start thinking that type of way, you start understanding that it's for real. He understands, you know, he gets it. That's what we always say. He gets it. He understands that it's about his kids, It's about inspiring the community. It's about telling his story, and his story, a lot of kids are living it. You know what I mean? So I'm really rocking with it. Like I said, I can't be more proud of him.
And SB, my man, just a lot. SB supported me like with a lot of my music, and just like really got the ball rolling on my music when it comes to that shit. Cause
like you used to stay with me.
No
You know
doubt,
what I'm saying?
no
like
doubt,
that. So I already,
no doubt. Just
I already
like
know
very,
what's
very
up.
humble
Yeah.
beginnings. Like it was a time where like I was just at a point where I was just lost, like just in like mid-teenage years, like 18, 19, not really having a place to stay. Like on the weekends, I'll go stay with SB, go to all his games. His parents wouldn't have an issue with it. Go stay with D at college. Nobody have an issue with it. And like, man, to get support from these people who just had like major shit going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shannon daddy was a police officer. Shannon mama worked, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't necessarily have to let me in their house and like, you know what I'm saying, stay with them and motherfucking feed me or any of that shit, but they did. And that shit was major, and that shit helped me a lot and helped me get to where I'm at. And just like I say, man, just the relationships that I done built and all of the things that I done learned and the people that I done like came across, and just like I say, the shows and shit, like, man, the shows, like I remember Shannon won his second championship in LA and had a crazy ass birthday party. Man, the man could have got anybody, like you name him, 2 Chainz, Jeezy, whoever. The man called me to perform because I wrote him a song, like you feel me, like the Rim Reaper. And that shit, you remember that shit?
Hey, listen, why you be remembering all that shit, fam? Nah,
I wrote the song, the Rim Reaper, motherfucker got a smoothie named after him, man, and it was called the Rim Reaper. Nigga, I wrote a theme song for the shit. Then we went to perform this shit at the Westfield Mall in LA, man. It was thousands of people. Crazy. Like, we was running through the mall, like running from people, because motherfuckers was trying to get.
I think I tripped and I rolled over that motherfucker.
Just like crazy shit, man. And anytime, like I say, I ever had a show, it didn't matter whether Shannon was in high school, whether Shannon was at Michigan State, whether Shannon was on Cleveland Cavaliers, whether Shannon was on the Bobcats, whether Shannon was on the Lakers. The man was always at every show that he could possibly come to, and that shit like meant the world to me. I come from Maywood, Broadview, like the Ida B. Wells projects. Like my man come from Maywood. Like these are places that many people don't make it out of. And to be able to like, not even necessarily say you have the absolute most success, but to say you be able to have some success out of these places is a plus. And once you feel that, you want to be able to show people and tell people that they can do the exact same thing, and to let people know it's not impossible. All you got to do is dream and believe in yourself at the end of the day. And a prime example is my man right here. My man that played with LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, you name him, and actually went out there and contributed and did shit. After coming from Maywood, Illinois, man, look up Maywood, Illinois on the Google map. It's 21 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like 21 blocks.
Nah, Maywood.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a big town, but if you look up the people who come from Maywood, it's a magical ass town, bro. Like and it's just like real shit be going on. Like,
but that's why we a problem though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's cameras on the corners, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to. I ain't had no choice. And so it's, you know, it's everybody come from different walks of life. Everybody's situation might, you know what I'm saying, might take a left or a right, or, you know what I'm saying, you ain't even sure which way. So now as an individual, that's what we gotta learn, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be able to hold yourself down. If you can hold yourself down, you can hold your mans down. If you can hold yourself down, you can hold your kids down. If you hold yourself down, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, you know what I mean? And whatever situation you in. So
if you gonna give something, be able to have something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it go. Like, you can't be out here giving anything and expecting a motherfucker to believe it if you ain't doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So all day long, you can tell a motherfucker how to be successful. You can tell a motherfucker how to make it to the NBA because you've done it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for the bum on the corner to tell a motherfucker how to make it to the NBA because it's like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of time, but we gotta be open and receiving. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
The information as well. You know what I mean? And after that, it's just, you know, like, you know, making the decision that you need to make for yourself to make sure you okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gotta be able to tap into it.
Yeah. You know, self-preservation. You know, so you know, motherfuckers done, you know, we done been through some shit, man.
So, like, after you see all of this and you just pumped up, just like seeing your guys have success and the people around you have success and you seeing all of these dope ass people, I go full throttle with my dreams. Like, man, I ain't working no job. I ain't doing none of that. Like, the straight asinine shit, because at the time I have children, I have rent and all type of shit. But I'm just gonna go full throttle with this rap thing. And you know, at some point you just go through so many ups and downs in life, man. At this point, I just feel like I just got like permanent motion sickness. And you realize after a while the change is inevitable, and it's just about how you adapt to the change. And after pounding the pavement for so long, damn near half my life chasing the entertainment dream, man, it was just time for me to make some changes, especially with my little girls, you know what I'm saying, getting older and everything. And they such a motivating factor in my life, man. It's crazy when I think about it. Like, you know, Anaya is just like, you know, like a whiz kid, like National Junior Honor Society, cross country, volleyball. I mean, like, you name it, this little girl want to be involved in everything and all things school, read every book under the sun. Ayana just got so much personality into fashion, hair and nails, and just so flamboyant, and just got so much personality, man. And I just and it just motivate me to just be great and just set an awesome example for them. And man, all I want to do is just speak greatness in their life and let them know how much potential they really have, because just as a kid, I knew how important that type of stuff was to me. And just having a major support team and a big support team is just everything. And man, them little girls are like my heart. Like that's my life. And for them, it's just like I'm with the shits. Like I die. Like straight like that. And then my babies. And it's plain and simple. It don't get no simpler than that.
I like hanging out with our dad because like he takes us to fun places. Like one time we went to the zoo. We went mini golfing. Like we went glow in the dark mini golfing. That was fun. We went to Go Bananas, I think. We did some fun stuff. The one thing that we haven't done yet is went to the pool. So trying to go to the pool this summer. He pretty chill other than him being a total neat freak. He chill. He don't really do much. He kind of laid back. He like to read books and stuff.
The Rich Dad, Poor Dad for teenagers. At some point, I'm gonna give you these books to read. This is And my homeboy Trigg, who I was telling about the show at the time, he was actually the first person that like actually came to me like, bruh, like I'm just like seeing something about you, just like the way you move and your aura is just kind of different. Like what you really got going on. And like he was the first person that I was able to like kind of assist and like guide in the right direction. And I was just telling him like, man, bro, I ain't like doing nothing special. I'm reading books and just kind of like applying the stuff that I'm reading to my life. He kind of looked at me crazy, like reading books, like yeah, I'm out here just reading books and really just applying the stuff that I'm reading to my life, and it's actually working. You know, in addition to just kind of like learning to be responsible with my money and like kind of like fixing my credit and stuff like that. And man, if that's what you into, if that's what you about, you know, you can hit me up and ask me any questions at any time, and from then, man, dude been with me, like you know what I'm saying. Credit scored and shot up, you know what I mean. Just his mentality is just completely different from when I first started mentoring him at work. Just like I see a whole different change over 2 years, and like I say, man, stuff like that mean a lot when you see you plant a seed and that seed is actually growing into and blossoming into an awesome ass flower.
He was just saying that he gonna start a show about, you know, like basically on financial management and just living differently and you know, using your mind in a positive way and bringing that positive energy to get positive results. And I'm like, okay, whatever, but I also seen he just got the building that he was just talking about for 7 months before that. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't even sit and really doubt him, because he probably will do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, he like, man, I'm finna shoot for this. I'm finna get ready to shoot. He was talking about headed to Vegas to go take care of some business. Like, and I'm like, for what? He like, man, this new business I'm about to open. Like, I'm about to put the word out, you know, and really catch people who can relate to me, you know, get my own audience and show them how to really live life positive and chase this bag in the right manner. And, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, like, we'll see. And then after a while, he just started doing it again. And it's like, you know, he be handling his business, you know, and you got to respect people like that, you know. Like, I'm here today under a light, you know, shooting like I'm nervous, never been on camera before or nothing, you know, but I'm like, you know, he really doing it out here, and that's what's up. Like I can't knock greatness. It's never been me, you know. I always acknowledge people handling their business, you know, and I know he gonna handle his business with this because he do it with everything.
And at some point, I just got to the point where it was just time for me to start making some sacrifices for my kids. Like all of this time I had been living for myself and just like really making sacrifices for myself and just trying to like really feel like I was just gonna like guarantee myself $1 million rap contract. Like that's not even real life, especially if it's not in God's plan for you. You know what I mean? So I just really had to come to a realization that like, dude, like get your shit together and I went and found a job. I went back to school. You know, I started reading every book on business, psychology, just like setting goals for yourself, The Secret, Think and Grow Rich. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was just like my aha moment. It was just like it set off something in my brain, like something just clicked, like, dude, this is what you've been missing this whole time. And then I made a phone call to my big sister Kiyoki after reading that book, and because I had been working for a while at this point, I had saved some money. And Kiyoki is somebody who I met again through one of my relationships through Shannon. And Kiyoki has been a mentor and just like a big sister for me for the longest. And I called her like, hey Kiyoki, I'm ready to buy a house. This, that, and the third. She's like, boy, don't buy no house. You young. You this, that, and the third. Go get your investment property. And when she said that, it was like confirmation after just reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which told me to do the exact same thing. And she gave me a program to go through, gave me some advice like this, that, and the third. I help you go through the process, and anything you need, let me know. And from there, I did that shit. And I went through the program. I went and got me a 4-unit building close, and at this point, I started my business. I started my real estate company, and I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a landlord, real estate investor, and really looking to do more. And one thing that I can say that I realized and I caught on to, and more than anything in my readings, was that at the end of the day, you got to give it back. You got to pay it forward. Like when God bless you, when God put good people in your life, when God start raining down his blessings, man, you got to give it back. It's not all for you. It's not all for you, because at the end of the day, before you had all of that, somebody was a blessing to you. So with that being said, I started trying to figure out ways and think about ways to whereas I can give back and to whereas I can help people who were in my situation or who were ignorant, just like how I was ignorant. And I mean ignorant in the right definition of the word, just like really not knowing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Like really ignorant. And I want to get back to those people and let them know, like, man, it's more out here than just having to only chase rap or sports, and that's fine if that's what you want to do, but there's so many other avenues and so many other things that you can do to attain wealth, just to attain happiness and different things like that. And that's how I came up with the idea for the show. I was sitting at work one day in my weak ass cubicle. Y'all know, like, cubicles are like motherfucking caskets for dreamers. And I'm just reading and just jotting down ideas, and I look up to my guy like, yo, I think I got it. I came up with an idea called the Renaissance Report, and it was an idea for an online business variety show. And I watch a lot of Snoop Show, GGN, and I watch a lot of Trevor Noah show on Comedy Central, The Daily Show. And I'm sitting there like, man, if I can mash up these two shows with the knowledge that I have about business, bring some of my friends and people that I know that I have in my network, I could really have something here, and this could really help people. Like, the whole time I'm not thinking about no money or no income or nothing. And I tell my guy this, and he look at me like, dude, whatever. But I started writing down the ideas, and I started like really like looking into like how TV programs online and different things work. Start calling around to some of the people who I knew who had ideas on this, like my man Noise, who actually executive producing the show for me. And he's like, dude, I think the idea is amazing. Like, I'm with it, you know. And me and him start brainstorming, and then, you know, I call Kiyoki like, Dre, I think this idea is amazing. And then me and Kiyoki sat down and we started brainstorming. Next thing you know, we got an outline. Then I call Rita like, man, Dre, like, I think you on to something. Then next thing you know, me and Rita sit down. Rita like, man, we gonna get marketing. We gonna do this, this, and this. We finna do this, this, and this. We finna really take you to the next level. And people that I really, really look up to and I value their opinions are telling me that I'm really on to something. And that meant a lot to me. And they actually want to be a part of it. And the Renaissance Report is kind of like my way to give back to the people in my communities and to just different people who just don't have access to the books or to just college education or just the secret education that this is. And I just feel like this is really gonna help a lot of people. The Renaissance Report is pretty much a show that I engineered with the hopes of showing people the benefits of a healthy mentality, financial literacy, and just how a life of service can be a world of difference for yourself and just for the people around you. So at the end of the day, it's really not about who has what or who has the most of anything, because your journey is your journey, like specifically designed and crafted for your skin. So it's really no need to be out here trying to compete with anybody besides yourself. Remember, winners focus on the goals and losers focus on winners. And we out here really just trying to create a culture of winners. Hopefully y'all trying to do the same thing. Renaissance Report coming soon.
Yeah. Matt, what up, my nigga? Feel real victorious on these niggas, man. I done came a long way, man. A lot of niggas say I forgot about niggas. A lot of niggas say I don't fuck with niggas no more, man. Fuck y'all. I work hard to get here.